Well, it's certainly a comprehensive reflection of the position as it was then, 2018, 2019. And, we wonder why a report has taken this long to be delivered to Parliament, quite frankly. And, of course, we expect a further report to be due, it actually should have been due in March of this year, but obviously given the COVID implications, it's no doubt been delayed. But the general principle that comes across from this report is that there are serious systemic failings within that service in terms of mental health care, which should all give us cause for concern insofar as the administration of the provision of mental health, but also the treatment of mental health in our community on a wide range of issues, from the treatment of drugs such as lithium, for example, the monitoring of patients on that drug, to the availability of GPs and pharmacists within these organisations, and quite clearly the big message that strikes me from the Medical Health Board report is that we really need to review where we are with mental health provision. And this really is a question that's been posed to the government for some significant time insofar as the audit of the provision of mental health in Gibraltar is concerned. And in fact, the GSD first promoted the idea of putting together a select committee in Parliament so that we can assess the true need for the increased provision of mental health in our community. So I hope that this report does serve for an interesting cross-party debate on the question of mental health, but importantly to identify where we're getting it wrong.
So you referred there to an audit which hasn't yet been published, but insofar as this Mental Health Board report is concerned, what do you think are the most urgent issues that need addressing? Well,
I think there are a number of urgent matters throughout this report, but one of the issues that was highlighted was the issue of the requirements over detention of patients. Now, it was identified in the report that on 3 separate occasions there was an issue in relation to detention, the informal detention, where Mental Health Act provisions were not complied with. So there's some serious questions as to the detention of individuals, and 2 of these individuals in this situation were wheelchair-bound individuals who expressed a desire to return home. So therefore, there's some serious human rights implications arising from this report, but also, in my view, serious implications in relation to the prescription and monitoring of drugs to those patients. And it is a cause of great concern for this community, and we really need to understand where we are getting this wrong at that level. The Mental Health Society and other charities in Gibraltar have promoted the issue of mental health, and we really need to put it in parallel with physical health in our community.
And you don't think that health and mental health are particularly close at the moment?
Look, I think many of us will recall the deficiencies in the system going back a very, very long time. I'm not saying everything is wrong with our mental health provision. I'm not saying that at all. But this report identifies very serious shortcomings in the system, and we need to acknowledge that. We need to have an honest and open, transparent debate about it, and get on with fixing the problems.
Happy with that? Okay. Sorry. Yeah, no, please go.